expensive films for different franchises. These are the top 5 biggest franchises of all time. I'll be going through the most expensive and least expensive films. So first we have the biggest franchise of all time by like $20 billion is Marvel. So the most expensive Marvel movie is Avengers Endgame. It cost $400 million to make. Is also one of the most expensive movies of all time. The least expensive Marvel movie to make was Ant-Man with $130 million. Not too complex to make. Not really. Number 2, so again, we're going to Star Wars. The most expensive Star Wars movie was Star Wars The Force Awakens, and both of these saw profit. Avengers Endgame obviously made $2.7 billion. Ant-Man made over $500 million. First, so the most expensive is the Star Wars The Force Awakens with $447 million. However, it ended up making $2 billion and is the highest grossing Star Wars movie. The least expensive Star Wars movie is Star Wars A New Hope, the one that started it all. We have my second favorite Star Wars movie at most expensive, and my second least favorite at least expensive. A New Hope ended up making almost $800 million. I'm honestly shocked. I think probably it was $11 million because it was made in the 1970s. Then we're gonna go on to Harry Potter. The most expensive Harry Potter film was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince with $250 million. The least expensive Harry Potter movie was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which only cost $100 million. Still, I don't remember the exact box office of these films, but I just know they made a bunch of money. Then we go on to Spider-Man. So the most expensive Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 3, with around $260 million. Now there are some disputes saying it's exceeding that at $300 million, but it's at least $250 million, making it the most expensive Spider-Man movie. The least expensive Spider-Man, but however, it made like above $800 million, and is the highest grossing non-Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. The least expensive Spider-Man movie, it is also the lowest grossing Spider-Man movie, is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, costing $90 million. $90 million for historically solid visuals? My god. Into the Spider-Verse, like I said, is also the lowest grossing Spider-Man movie. Then, we finish this list off with James Bond. The most expensive James Bond movie was No Time to Die. I couldn't find an exact number, but the number they gave me was between $250 million to $300 million. At the time of its release, it was the highest grossing COVID or post-pandemic movie. Then it was dethroned by Spider-Man: No Way Home. This No Time to Die is also the third highest grossing after Spectre and Skyfall. The least expensive James Bond movie is Dr. No. I believe this was the first James Bond movie, released in 1962, on a budget of $1 million. I told you, old movies are extremely cheap to make. I think if you adjust that for inflation, it's $8 million. That'll be all for today's video on the most and least expensive films in different franchises. Don't worry, I'm going to add more. Drop down in the comments other examples you can think of. Check out my channel for more content like this, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.